everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about why I changed my major. The second to last reason as to why this was sealing the deal for me to leave the department and change my major was because they were on the verge of losing accreditation. So I just want you guys to know, once you lose accreditation, everything goes out the window. You have to either transfer to a different school to be accredited by a pharmacy program that is accredited so that you can get a degree and you can work, or you stay within that program and you wait for them to get their accreditation. I wasn't doing that. So though I was really far in, I was too far in. I knew it was like, I'm gonna be here forever. I'm gonna be at Hampton forever. I'm gonna be here forever. But I wound up actually getting my hair done by this girl named Cam, and it was Cam and Stephanie, and I was telling them kind of like how depressed I was about everything, how sad I was, how I didn't know what I was gonna do next, and this, that, and the third. And so they both were like, well, why don't you come to kinese? And they're both kinesiology majors. And I was like, well, what is kinesiology? Like, what? How are your advisors? How are the teachers? How are the classes? And they had nothing but good things to say. And of course there are some cons in anything that you're in school. So of course there are a couple cons, like as far as language barriers and teaching styles and stuff like that. But all that stuff you can bend to, you can shape shift to. So I was like, okay, I'll look into it. So they were trying to get me to do nursing, and I wasn't feeling nursing. I just didn't want to do nursing. So I put all three curriculums next to each other. What I've done within my 3 years at Hampton, what I've done, the nursing curriculum and the kinesiology curriculum. I think I had only 12 classes left if I went the kinesiology route, and that was not including my final senior year. So I had 12 more classes with kinesiology, and I had like 20 classes I had to retake for nursing, or had to take for nursing. So it was an easy choice. I wish I would have known about kinesiology sooner. I would have changed sooner, honestly. But yeah, so I wound up looking into the curriculum. I went and I talked to I don't know what her position is, but she's the best, Privet. I talked to her, shout out to Privet, and she was literally anything I can ask for in an advisor, and a mentor, and a teacher, and a professor. She literally sealed the deal. She was the bomb. And when I went in there and I kind of told her about my situation, it was no moment where I felt like I couldn't finish, or I felt like I couldn't do it. Whereas at pharmacy, it was a constant, you can't do this, you can't do this type of feeling. And again, I don't fault them for that, because they're worried about their jobs. It is what it is. So when I went to Privet, she sealed the deal. And that same day when I went and I spoke to her, I went to registrar and I changed my major. I solidified everything. I went, got the slip, went to pharmacy, changed my major, went to kines, and it was done. The next semester, I was a kines major, and it was by far the best thing that has ever happened to me at Hampton. Changing my major to kinesiology was, yeah, I love it. And all of my professors are really cool. Well, at least all the ones I've had so far. Granted, I am coming in on the tail end, but I love all my professors, and all of them are really nice. All of them care. Not once do I feel like I was stupid, or like they're trying to prove to me that they're smart and I'm dumb. So I just love everything about kinesiology. I will tell you to sign up for kinesiology if you are coming from a STEM, any type of STEM major. Come to kines, because it really helped me. Beyond the fact of them losing accreditation, during my time at Hampton, I would say from my freshman year to my junior year, I suffered with depression. From the stress of coming from, I think what I wasn't prepared for most was the transition from high school to college. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And the fact that I went from having a whole bunch of friends in high school, my freshman year, all my friends from high school were my friends in freshman year. By the time freshman year was over, all my friends transferred out or dropped out or whatever, and I no longer had any friends. So from that time on, and freshman year is when you make most of your friends. Freshman year is when your ride or dies, your bridesmaids are, you know, kind of set in stone. And I lost all of that my freshman year, on top of having no friends and bad grades and no type of support, and it was really rough. It was rough for me my freshman year. And even like my friends from bots, they had already solidified their groups and their friend groups, and by the time I was like, hey, I need some friends, I was depressed. And I wound up becoming someone who didn't like to go out and didn't like to hang around people or didn't want to talk to people because I was always sad. I just didn't want to. And then I had one of my bots friends, she asked me, she was like, Daddy, you know, I see you always talking about you wanting friends. And she was like, I'll be your friend. And it didn't work out. Well, we're always going to be friends, but we're not super tight or anything like that. But I think that was like the only person that reached out to me to try to be my friend. But all of that to say, I changed my major because of my mental health, my mental well-being, not feeling like I can move forward and not look back on the mistakes that I made. But if you're thinking about changing your major, or if you think that it makes you look less because you're not going to graduate with your class, or if you think that it's going to mean that you're a quitter or that you can't finish, who cares? Because now I'm going to finish, and now my GPA, I have been pumping, okay? It wasn't easy to get back on track, and it wasn't easy to figure things out, but I did. And I wouldn't have done that staying in pharmacy. I wouldn't have done that forcing it or trying to be my own strength within the department. So I'm so glad I made the change, and I would go back and change 20 more times if I had to kinesiology. Let's make that clear. But yeah, those are the reasons I changed my major. And I'm also going to put in the description box some hotlines that you can call if you ever feel like you are facing depression and you're not home, or you feel you don't have anyone to talk to. I'll put those in the description box below. Also, if you feel like you may be battling with depression, don't be afraid to reach out to your parents. Don't be afraid to reach out to your best friend or your godmom or even your professor, your closest professor. But talk to somebody, because you're not alone, even when you think you are. Yeah, and also just stay in tune with your mental health. It is very important. So that is all I have for you guys today, and those are the reasons that I changed my major, and I am happy and I am flourishing, and I will be a graduating senior in the year of 2021, and I'm so very thankful for everyone who's been there for me throughout this transition. And if you guys have any other questions on how I made the decision, what I did specifically, leave them in the comment section below, and I will love to tell you all about it. See you guys.